check this out, man. Yo, sorry I came in this motherfucker unprepared, but yo, this is an adult channel. Adult things do happen. Adult things do go on. Yes, you see what's about to happen. You see my boy Kendrick right here, right here, yes, sir. But anyways, back to the disclaimer. This is an adult channel. Adult things do happen. Adult things do go on. You will hear me talking spit. You will hear me talking crazy. You will hear me talking loud. You will hear me smoking. You probably hear me coughing a couple times. So now let's get back on off into it. So we got Kendrick right here talking about the whole diss thing and Drake crashing out. Let's see what's going on.
Y'all, Kendrick Lamar just humiliated Drake in the worst way possible, and it looks like Drake is feeling the heat of it because he is crashing out big time. We thought that Kendrick dropping Not Like Us as a diss track to Drake was humiliating enough, but it turns out that there was more to come because the song ended up winning big at the Grammys over the weekend. Now, everyone was expecting Drake to take the L like a champ and keep it moving, but like I said, he has been crashing out hard, and it looks like he holds Jay-Z responsible for his humiliation, claiming that Jay-Z reportedly has it out for him and bought the awards for Kendrick. And get this, the humiliation just might be the last straw for Drake, because word on the streets is that this just might be the final push for him, and that he's considering retiring from the rap game completely. So does this mean that Kendrick has officially won the battle? And did Jay-Z really orchestrate this entire drama to take Drake down? The really crazy part about this beef is that Drake wasn't even directly involved in this beef in the first place, because it was really between J. Cole and Kendrick. J. Cole jumped on Drake's song First Person Shooter, where he referred to himself, Drake, and Kendrick as the big three in rap. J. Cole said, "Love when they argue the hardest MC. Is it K-Dot? Is it Aubrey? Or me? We the big three like we started a league, but right now, I feel like Muhammad Ali." But for some reason, Kendrick didn't take this well, and he hopped on Metro Boomin's track, Like That, where he said, "If he walk around with that stick, it ain't Andre 3K. Think I won't drop the location? I still got PTSD. Mother F the big three ninja. It's just big me." This clapback was targeted toward J. Cole and not Kendrick. And J. Cole caught his shade because he dissed Kendrick on the song 7-Minute Drill on his surprise project Might Delete Later. But then he had a change of heart. He took down the song and distanced himself from the whole drama, even offering Kendrick an apology during one of his shows. For some reason, Drake decided to jump into the drama and diss Kendrick, and boy, is he regretting that decision now. Drake came out swinging with 2 diss tracks, Push-Ups and Tailor Made. He didn't just throw jabs, he went for the knockout, dragging Kendrick's name through the dirt with no remorse. But if Drake thought Kendrick was just gonna sit there and take it, he was sorely mistaken. Kendrick fired back with Euphoria, a 6-minute lyrical beatdown that had the internet in shambles, where he dragged Drake for filth. And just when people thought he was done, he doubled down with 616 in LA, coming even harder. This time, he didn't just come for Drake. He took aim at Drake's entire circle, exposing some shady behind-the-scenes moves. Then, Drake decided to take things to an even messier level. He dropped Family Matters, and this one, it was personal. He dragged Kendrick's family into the mix, making serious accusations about his fiancée, Whitney. He claimed Kendrick mistreated her, implying that Kendrick put his hands on her regularly. Drake even went as far as comparing Kendrick and Whitney's relationship to that of Bobby Brown and Whitney Houston, which is saying a lot because y'all know that Whitney and Bobby are the definition of toxic love. He also accused Kendrick of being an absentee father, saying, "On some Bobby-ish, I want to know what Whitney need. All that puppy love was over in y'all late teens. Why you never hold your son and tell him say cheese? We could have left the kids out of this. Don't blame me." He also accused Kendrick's fiancée, Whitney, of paternity fraud. Drake claimed that Whitney allegedly stepped out on Kendrick with none other than his own manager, Dave Free. If that wasn't messy enough, he also suggested that she passed off Dave's child as Kendrick's. He said, "You a dog and you know it, you just play sweet. Your baby mama captions always screaming, 'Save me.' You did her dirty all your life, you trying to make peace." I heard that one of them little kids might be Dave Free. Don't make it Dave Freeze. Cause if your GM is your BM's secret BD, then this is all making plenty effing sense to me. Hey, let that shorty breathe. It was at this point that Kendrick decided to fight dirty because he dropped 2 back-to-back diss tracks. In the song Meet the Grams, Kendrick addressed Drake's mom, saying, "Sandra, sit down. What I'm about to say is heavy. Now listen. Your son's a sick man with sick thoughts. I think ninjas like him should die. Him and Weinstein should get effed up in a cell for the rest of their life. He hates black women, hypersexualizes them with kinks of a nympho fetish, grew facial hair because he understood being a beard just fit him better. He got sex offenders on Hovio that he keep on a monthly allowance. A child should never be compromised and he keeping his child around them. And we gotta raise our daughters knowing there's predators like him lurking." But the real chaos came with the song, Not Like Us, where Kendrick exposed Kendrick for being a PDF file. He called him the B word and claimed that Drake's OVO label was filled with alleged PDF files. The song blew up and peaked at #1 on the Billboard Hot 100, and it was the song of the summer. It must have been embarrassing for Drake to see the whole world do the Crip Walk while calling him a PDF file, and he crashed out big time. He even sued his own label, accusing them of sabotaging him. He accused Spotify of inflating the song's streaming numbers, and a whole bunch of other stuff. He was basically having a major tantrum, and it was wild to see. But the real drama came when he accused Jay-Z of backing Kendrick and enabling Kendrick to humiliate him. This happened after it was announced that Kendrick would be headlining the Super Bowl, and Drake went into meltdown mode. If you thought Kendrick getting picked for the Super Bowl halftime show was just about music, think again. This goes way deeper. Let's start with the man pulling the strings, Jay-Z. Y'all know he's got that deal with the NFL, right? As part of his partnership, he has a major say in who takes that halftime stage. So the fact that he chose Kendrick for the Super Bowl in New Orleans, Lil Wayne's backyard, yeah, that's raising some eyebrows. On paper, Wayne seemed like the obvious choice. It's his city, his legacy, and to top it off, he's openly said that performing at a Super Bowl halftime show in New Orleans is one of his biggest dreams. But instead of giving him that moment, Jay went with Kendrick. If you're wondering why Jay-Z would want to humiliate Drake, fans are saying that it's out of jealousy. Sure, the OGs remember Jay-Z's reign when he was out here running the rap game, but let's keep it real. There's a whole new generation that wasn't around for that. And to them, Drake is the king. If we're being honest, Drake is easily one of the biggest rappers in the world. He's constantly breaking records, outselling his peers, and dominating the charts like it's light work. His concerts are sold out in hours, every single time. So, of course, fans have been stirring the pot, comparing him to Jay-Z, and even claiming he's already surpassed him. Some are saying it's not a matter of if Drake will outshine Jay, but when. A lot of fans are convinced that Drake is more relevant than Jay-Z right now, and according to sources, that fact has Jay feeling real salty. But honestly, this tension has been brewing for a long time, because Drake has never been the type to bow down or pay homage to Jay as the so-called king of rap. Let's rewind a bit. When Drake was still making a name for himself, Jay-Z actually gave him a major cosign. Not long after So Far Gone dropped, Jay put him on off that from Blueprint 3. Sure, Drake was just on the hook, but y'all know Jay doesn't just hand out features to every up-and-coming rapper. That was a big deal. Getting a Jay-Z feature was basically the golden ticket in the rap game. But Jay didn't stop there. He doubled down by jumping on Light Up for Drake's debut album, Thank Me Later. Fans were hyped, and critics had nothing but good things to say about the track. But this is when things started to get messy. Apparently, Jay-Z's ego got in the way, and from that point on, their relationship started to shift. What was once a mentor co-sign situation slowly turned into tension, and now they're basically rap rivals, with Drake going out of his way not to acknowledge Jay as his superior. And let's just say, Jay is not taking that well. See, while it took Jay-Z years, 3 albums, and if you believe the rumors, even the alleged setup of Biggie Smalls, to cement his status as a rap legend, Drake stepped into the game with an unmatched confidence. Some called it ambition, but to Jay-Z, it was borderline disrespect. Drake wasn't out here trying to pay his dues the way Jay-Z and his generation did. He moved like he belonged at the top from day one, and that kind of energy didn't sit well with Hov. Jay expected reverence, but Drake never once acted like he owed him anything. And for someone as prideful as Jay-Z, that had to sting. The tension really started bubbling in 2011, when Jay and Kanye dropped Watch the Throne, the same year Drake released Take Care. And that's when Drake fired his first real shot. On DJ Khaled's I'm on One, he rapped, "I'm just feeling like the throne is for the taking. Watch me take it." It was subtle, but everyone caught it. Drake wasn't just claiming his spot. He was coming for the throne Jay and Ye were sitting on. And from that moment on, things were never the same between them. Then Birdman decided to be petty by back-end Drake and throwing shade at Jay-Z. During an interview with Tropical TV, he boldly claimed Lil Wayne was leagues ahead of Jay-Z as an MC, saying, "I don't think Jay-Z is the #1 MC in no kind of way." Birdman told Tropical TV, "Wayne's the best. He do the most and he make the most money. I don't think no man in the business make more money than us. How can you be the best if you don't make the most money and you don't do the most? Lyrically, come on man, be for real. Can't nobody F with Wayne. If you #1 and you ain't getting no money, it don't mean nothing." Jay-Z clapped back on his song H.A.M., where he said, "I'm like, really? Half a billy? You got baby money. Keep it real. Ninjas ain't got my lady money." Lil Wayne then hopped into the drama, threatening Jay-Z in the song It's Good, rapping, "Talking about baby money, I got your baby money. You be, get that how much you love your lady money." Yikes. Drake naturally couldn't resist jumping into the mix. On the same track, he disrespected Jay-Z, saying, "Please pardon my brother, he's just angry at you. Who don't have your heart in your rap-ish and got too effing comfy." But that's not the time he came for Jay-Z, because there's also the time he clowned Jay-Z's tendency to name drop fine art in his tracks, saying, "It's like Hov can't drop bars these days without at least 4 art references. I'd love to collect at some point, but the whole rap art world thing is starting to feel kinda corny." There were also reports from industry insiders like Maze and Cameron, who also clocked the tea, accusing Jay-Z of using Kendrick's gig to settle old scores with Wayne and Birdman.
There's no reason why Lil Wayne should not be performing the Super Bowl. There's one person who's stopping this. I know, it's not really a secret. Lil Wayne had a problem with somebody before who's kind of part of the organization running it. This is payback. Who's that? Who's Lil Wayne artist? Drake.
Yeah, hating at this age is crazy.
It's crazy, bro.
So, anywho, Kendrick did his thing with the song, and Drake looked really bad for a long time. To make things even worse, the song was nominated for 5 songs at the 2025 Grammys, including the big 2, which are Song of the Year and Record of the Year. It was also nominated for Best Rap Performance, Best Rap Song, and Best Music Video. Everyone thought that it was going to win at least 1 Grammy, but what we didn't expect was that it would win all 5 categories that it was nominated in. That's right, the song won 5 awards that night, breaking the record for the most awarded song at the Grammys of all time. To put into perspective, Drake has 5 Grammys total for his entire career. Like, that wasn't bad enough. All of Drake's peers screamed a minor when Kendrick walked on stage to get his award. Chilly. I just know that Drake was crying, sliding down the wall, and throwing up when that happened. I mean, the biggest celebs in the world singing and dancing around to Kendrick calling him a PDF file has to really sting. And if there is one person who really enjoyed the moment, it was Taylor Swift. Not only did she raise her glass to him, but she was really throwing it back. And to put into perspective just how petty Kendrick is and how calculated his destruction of Drake is, he accepted his award wearing a Canadian tuxedo. For those who don't know what that is, it's a denim jacket on denim pants, which is what Kendrick wore. And y'all best believe that was carefully planned out, because there's no way he just happened to wear a Canadian tuxedo, considering that Drake is Canadian. Chile. Kendrick is the sort of person that you never want to have issues with, because he will have the entire industry singing along to a diss track and then win the biggest awards of the year for it. But if you think that's humiliating again, it's about to get worse, because Kendrick is about to do it again at the Super Bowl on Sunday. Talk about double homicide. Now, Drake's lawsuit claims that UMG permitted content creators such as Kai Cenat, Zeus, No Life Shack, RDC Gaming, and Cartier Family to monetize reactions to Not Like Us without enforcing copyright claims. He claims this lack of enforcement enabled the spread of defamatory content while generating profits for both UMG and the creators, prioritizing revenue over Drake's safety. He also tried to block Kendrick from performing the song at the Super Bowl, but he was unsuccessful. So you just know that Kendrick is going to be petty AF and perform the song out of spite. Yeah, things are about to get messy for Drake, and it's going to be extremely difficult for him to come back from this. But in the meantime, I want to know how y'all feel about Drake being humiliated like this. So drop your thoughts in the comments, and then check out this next video.
That shit was fucked up. That nigga playing that shit all the way out. That shit was ill. That shit was ill. He playing that shit all the way the fuck out. But it's cool though. It's cool. Fuck that. Hell nah.